Let's catch up with events in Canberra today and cross down to Parliament House and speak with Liberal Senator for New South Wales, Dave Sharma. Thanks for joining us, Dave. I want to first ask about the topic that led off in question time, and that is the cost of living crisis in this country and the statistics that show that we've been in a per capita recession now for 6 quarters. That's for most of the duration of this government. Our personal household incomes have been going backwards. We don't seem to hear any action from the government to address this.
No, we don't, Chris. And I mean, this is, the longest economic contraction going back, I think, to 1950. It's longer in duration than the 89-90 recession. It's longer in duration than the 82-83 recession. As you said, per capita growth has gone backwards for 6 consecutive quarters. And if you look at real household disposable income, which is a measure of after you've paid taxes and what you've got left over afterwards, and taking into account the cost of inflation, that's gone back almost 8% since this government came to office. And across the OECD, that figure's increased. Australia is almost unique amongst advanced economies in how far our living standards have fallen under the Albanese government.
Yeah, it's just extraordinary. It's just extraordinary, and no wonder people are feeling it tough. We don't have to be told, but the statistics certainly bear that out. I want to ask you about the social media ban for kids under 16 years of age. There's some resistance to this within your own party. Alex Antic, your fellow senator, was on the program last night and had this to say.
I don't support it. I don't think the words ban and media should ever be in a sentence together. And look, I understand. I think this is genuinely coming from a good place. The reasons for the coalition backing these laws. But look, I'm concerned about a whole range of issues.
So he's going to cross the floor and oppose these laws. A couple of other coalition colleagues might do the same. How divisive is this within your own party?
Look, I don't think it's particularly divisive. I would say there's a range of opinions, though, and I respect the right of my colleagues in the Liberal Party who are allowed to have a different opinion and a different view. It's not like the Labor Party. I would say that, on this, look, I approach this with reluctance and some scepticism, because whenever the government is seeking to regulate the private lives of individuals, I want to know what is the business case, if you like. But having, read Jonathan Haidt's The Anxious Generation, having heard from a number of people who are involved, I think the evidence is there's very little in the way of benefit by having, children under 16 on with their own accounts on social media platforms, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and quite a lot of evidence of harm. It doesn't harm all children by any stretch, but it harms a significant number. And that can be from the catastrophic, people taking their own lives, to the more prosaic, people losing friends, people being socially isolated, people having addiction problems or, inability to hold their attention. And I think it's not wrong of a conservative political party, which is what we are, to seek to protect children from harm. This isn't about infringing the freedoms of fully consenting, fully formed adults, which the misinformation bill was about. This is about protecting children from harm before they have a level of maturity to deal with some of the dilemmas that social media throws up.